Hey everyone. Quickly, I want to tell you why I made this video so you can decide if it's something worth your time or not. And then we'll get into things. I'm making this video for all the divers in my life, which are quite a few these days. And I myself was a diver and I really struggled with meat nerves. So I empathize when I see it happening. And I really wish I would have known about yoga before I was a diver because I definitely would have put these tools into place. So the thing I think that makes meat nerves so challenging in diving is that your sport is really pretty casual at practice and nobody's paying attention to you because it's one at a time. You're doing your thing and they're hanging out till it's their turn, right? And then it's meet time and everyone is staring at you and probably it's quiet and you've got one chance to do it well or so you think, and this is a lot of pressure in the moment. So if you can have a few tools that help you diminish like the negative aspect of nerves, for sure you can perform a lot better. So if this sounds like something that might be helpful for you, let's go through a couple of things. I want to acknowledge the amount of time between rounds in your meets, right? Like you're waiting for 10, 15, 20, maybe even more time than that. And you might be sitting slouching, or you might just tend to be slouchy. So you've spent this time kind of in this position somehow. And what you need is is your amplitude and your height. So we're going to do a little bit of standing active visualization relaxation, and then just a reminder of a couple super simple physical moves that just can get your energy back up after you've been slouching down. Okay, so you can do this exercise with your eyes open or closed, and practicing probably good for your eyes to be closed if you're in a quiet space by yourself. If you're at a meet, you might not want to close your eyes. That might feel uncomfortable. So you can do it with your eyes open, though the relaxation part is just a little bit harder. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to invite you to do the same. And with your eyes closed, feel into your body. The point of closing your eyes is that it does help you to get more personally centered and less engaged with the space around you. So you might imagine you're at a busy meet scene, and where could you go that you could just stand momentarily by yourself for a moment? You might think about, when you think about those meets, there might be a lot of people that you see that go stand near a wall facing the wall. That's a really nice kind of safe space to go. Okay, so once you're in your stance and your eyes are closed, or you've kept your eyes open, but you're really resisting the temptation to pay attention to what's happening around yourself, feel yourself in your body. Feel your feet on the ground. Pay attention to whether you're tense anywhere. And if you are, see if you can soften a little bit. Let your knees have a tiny little micro bend. And when you do that, you might feel like you're kind of leaning back. And I want to say that's a good thing. We tend to, in the human body, lean forward just because most of the time we're in at least a little bit of shoe. So we get used to tipping slightly forward. So let yourself settle into your heels and your ankles. Let your heart settle over your hips and just have a sense of your mind settling. And once you feel centered and you feel yourself grounded in your body, pay attention to your breath. Feel your breath flowing in and feel your breath flowing out. And then see if you can do a couple rounds of deep belly breathing, where when you breathe in, you actually feel a little push of your belly outward on the inhale. And then a nice little hug on the inhale. Now, for a sport like diving, you do need to do a lot of belly hugging. So if you want to exaggerate that on the exhale, that's great. And if when you hug your belly in, it makes you feel like you want to stand up taller and straighter, that's even better. Let yourself have that sensation. On your inhale, let yourself feel centered in your body. Feel yourself grounded down through your feet and legs. Even though you're going to want to jump high, you've got to do it by pushing through your legs and your feet through the board and waiting for the board to push you back up. As the board pushes you up, you're going to want your heart and your head up. So not necessarily your eyes up, but your head is up, arms reaching up. And you feel that amplitude. And as you get to the top of the press from the board, then you've got your powerful push in whatever direction way that you're going. But for now, you're just centering and feeling yourself in your body. Diving is a sport that's based on muscle memory. That's why you do so many repetitions in practice. And the more that you can let your mind relax, the better your body will be able to work on its muscle memory. So when you get to your meet, you don't want to try harder. It's not a sport where when you try harder, you do better necessarily. So want to do the best that you can. Be your authentic self. Couple more breaths. And then for today, we're going to open our eyes again. Now, in a normal meet, you might do a little visualization work if you do that, where you either kind of feel the dive in your body, you might imagine watching your dive, you might see people modeling, going through the steps. You could do that too. We're not going to spend time on that today, but I just want to show you a couple super simple stretches just to get yourself back, get your energy back up after you've been waiting, right? So just interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, squeeze your elbows super straight, reach your arms up tall, take a good deep breath there. Rock to one side, rock to the other side. Stretch your arms back up, look up. Maybe do a little flat hand and envision your entry. I'm just going to tip my camera up here a little bit for a moment, so I don't have to go so far away. Okay, so that's one. Just simple. Reach your arms up, stretch, stretch, stretch. Look. Maybe you practice a little swim. Roll your shoulders backwards. Get your shoulder blades going backward. Circle your arms backwards. So if you've been here, you want to be able to get back into your big reaches. Do a couple. Circle your arms backward both ways. Maybe a little hands on hips. Squeeze your belly in so you're not arching your back. Keep your hips back, lift your heart up. Cross one arm across, other arm across. Good. And then maybe just a couple little arms up, hop, 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 hop. You could do some squat jumps, think about your takeoffs. Be creative. You want to get your mind settled and centered back in your body. And then you want to get your energy back up again, because you don't want to go from just being, frozen sitting on the bleacher to now you got to do a dive. You want to get yourself in that perfect mix of being calm, connected, and also open and ready to go. All right, for whatever your competitions are coming up, I hope that they go really well. Rooting for you. See you later.